So I'm taking another field trip, guys. More boots on the ground. And this time, I am going to the Superstition Mountains. One of the stories of Itoy says, okay, now he lived on Brown Mountain, and I can't figure out whether it means Brown's Peak here or Brown Mountain, where I showed you the pile of rubble over by Tucson. Well, over here by Brown's Peak, we have cliff dwellings. And these cliff dwellings are like the mountains themselves are square. I'm not going to get it to focus while I'm recording. But you can see all these straight lines like that. And a lot of this around here, gosh, I don't know, that looks pretty biological, doesn't it? I don't know, guys. I'm excited to go find out. Yeah, so the cliff dwellings are right here. Okay. Upper and lower, and I've been here before. I tried to find some of my pictures from when we went, and I wasn't looking at it the way that I'm going to be looking at it now. So I can't wait to get back up in here and actually show you guys these pockets of survival and how it makes absolutely no sense the way that they have built them, because they wouldn't build them that way. They just wouldn't build them that way. Okay, and so I'm gonna get right up in there and try to show you where you can see the mountain fused straight to the block. I always thought it was the strangest thing. Anyway, all around you can still see more arches, brick lines up in here. Like, this whole thing is just one big melted castle, probably. Montezuma was supposed to have lived up around here, who is also supposed to be Itoy, another name for Itoy. But I think this whole mountain here, the whole thing, just like we all keep saying, this whole thing was a building. You can see there's square right there. Got 90-degree angles, layers. That looks like a building still. Yeah, so Great White God came around and agitated everything, huh? That's what they say. Yeah, look at that. That is square. Squarey-darty. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Beautiful. So yeah, my guess is that if we can go inside this one, we can probably go inside this one too. That would be my guess. across from it. Holy God. Oh my gosh. I knew I needed to come back here. Well guys, I guess this is as close as we're gonna get today. How can you close nature? Yeah. So this is across the street from the cliff dwellings, and they don't consider them to be cliff dwellings. This is just supposed to be natural, right? But because of the stupid fucking COVID, they don't even have a date for when they're gonna open back up to let anybody up there to see the cliff dwellings. So, yeah, I'm fucking pissed. I'm right here. Right here. It's right there. It's right there, and I can't go look at it. Look at this. You can see the brickwork up in there. Look at that. Look at that. Of course they gotta close it off. Everyone's learning the damn truth, and they don't want anybody to go up in there and see it. It's the only reason that they're all fucking closed. Everywhere right now. Everywhere. You can't go see any of them. Nobody can go see any of these fucking mountains now to tell what they are. And they don't have a date that they're gonna open. They're gonna carry this shit out until shit blows up in fucking December and it's over. Hope we enjoyed nature while we had it, right? Fuckers. Look at this, guys. This is across the street from the cliff dwellings, okay? You can live up in there. They don't consider this to be part of the ruins. It's just parts that didn't survive. It's crazy. And they won't let us go see it. I'm right here. And this is as close as I can get. Alright, since we can't go to the ruins and see the melted buildings ever again, probably. Yeah, I'm pissed. Let's do some mud fossiling. We're at the lake, and look at this, guys. Okay, I have a theory I've been wanting to share with you anyway. As you're driving down this valley towards the lake, all the mountaintops are covered with river rock. Okay, round river rocks. And I'm looking at it like, how in the hell did all that river rock get just scattered all over those hills, right? Okay, well, that story that I told you guys about the hero twins, just imagine if there were a bunch of monstrous lizard-type creatures, right, that already had flintstone armor scales as it is. He turns them all to stone, and then they said the river rushed through, or the flood. So when the flood went through, maybe all the stone creatures just kind of and scattered it like all across the mountains when it flooded the world. And so now we have huge dragon scales, monster scales, scattered everywhere through all the rivers, valleys, all across the mountains, in the whole world. But in looking at them, I could never figure out why these beautiful round rocks were so angular. They're always so angular, and then they have these broken corners, like where it would have attached on, and then you know, another scale, they stack together, you know? Even these great big ones here, I think, were scales. And I'll show you some good examples on an actual lizard. I have an example at home I'll show you. But a lot of the scales are just round and embed right into the skin, just like this. So if these creatures got turned to stone and then the floodwaters blasted them apart and scattered them across the world, and then they tumbled around in rivers and everywhere else forever. I think that's where all these rocks come from, guys. They're parts of creatures, you know? Like Stellinium-7, he's finding the hearts, all kinds of hearts and lungs and all kinds of stuff. There's I think that's what this is. These are the body parts of these creatures that they turned to stone and then they got blasted across the country. I don't know how else these all got here. How else did they all get here? Who put all these piles of rocks here? Right? How did they get here? All these different types of rocks, different shapes. Most of them are dragon scale shaped. Look at that. Yeah, I think these are the body parts of creatures, guys. That one looks like a yopperlite. Big purple dragon. Purple dragon. There's all kinds of purple rocks in here. Look at them all. What is this stuff? What is this? Guys, what is this? One of those pink granite scales. Look at them all. What is this though? Seriously. Sedimentary type concretion of some sort? That's strange. Yeah, look at this. This right here is like the tendinous points where they lock in. I'll show you on turtle scales. This could have been a giant turtle. This could be an actual giant turtle fossil right here. Look, here's, okay, square angular again, right? You could put one here, and it would have anchored in right there. Another one. They always have those broken corners on them. So right here is one of these huge ones that are everywhere, okay? And it's all this, you know, the square angular, like I keep saying. And it's got some sort of a layer, a skin layer, membrane on it, right? So, and then, what's that? It looks like a vein hole to me. What else would that be? See if we can find any more broken ones like that. Yep. Oh, that's the other half. Oh, looks like the other half of it. And right here, look at that. Yeah. Okay, you guys. So since we can't get up in there and film anymore, I thought I'd pull up my old pictures and go through these with you guys. See what we can see here. Like up in here already I'm looking, and over here on the right you see all that blockwork there. Let me get my little pointer. Right here. You can see blockwork, like, it's still there. And apparently on one of these plaques it says that they did inhabit all of these caves around here. There's hundreds of places where they lived that you can see up in here. Like, how did they even get up in there? Those ladders and stuff, you know, I'm sure, but why would they build it that way? I don't think they built it that way. All they did was repair and re-inhabit them as best as they could. Yeah. So I guess see, had I been able to go there and look for you guys, I would have been able to show you. They do have a plaque that says that there are hundreds of dwellings that they inhabited on these mountains. So the ones that are right across the street as well, they also inhabited those. What's really strange though, look up here, there's windows. Look at that. Like, this whole thing is made out of brick, and they just have these windows, and then the whole thing is like hollow, like it was a tower or something. Pretty incredible. Look at all those bricks in the wall. It's like that whole mountain is completely built. Yeah, I really wish I could have got up in there closer for you guys. But see, if they're already inside here, why are they going to build more walls on the inside right here with itty-bitty tiny openings like that? It really doesn't make sense. And then here, you can see blockwork just fused to the mountain. Kind of like what Nichols says. It's hard to tell where the building stops and the mountain begins. That's me. Before I had dreads. Yeah, look at that. See, this kind of stuff here, this just makes no sense. You know? And it's fused right to the rock. So interesting. I really wish I could have got up in there. Yeah, look at that stuff there. Look at that. It's really like it melted like ice cream. The inside looks a lot like most of our cave systems too, which could also be buildings, of course. Yeah, they lived up in here too. And yeah, a lot of those structures on the tops of the mountains, they actually are structures. They're just remnants of where they used to live. Pretty cool. Guys, you're not gonna believe this shit. We had to turn around when I realized what this was that we were seeing. Instead of unburying all the beautiful Hindu temples that have been buried all over the world, why don't we just bury them all back up? They are seriously pulling out of this gaping wound in Mother Earth and dumping it on these, you guys. They're burying them.
See above where they've added their dirt, there's a cave entrance or what looks like. And then way off to the left over here looks like another, what we would have like cliff dwellings. But look, all of that.
Why would you bury that? Okay guys, even if that's just supposed to be geology and, you know, beautiful rocks there, why on earth would you bury that?
What do you hide?
What else is under there, guys?
I want to know what they're hiding.
Right? I want to know what they're hiding. Oh, Whoa. So I wonder how many of these things around the planet have stuff like that buried underneath them now. That looks just like a castle in Iran. Identical to, there's two of them I could pull up right now that look exactly like that. Huh? The brick lines, the holes. Yeah. There's probably staircases and ramps and shit.
Or something that looks like a collapse. There's a guy who comes down and all of a sudden swoops to one side.
Yeah, most of them in this kind of condition have collapsed. And that's why they look like a mountain now. The ones in Iraq, that's why they look like mountains, because of the collapse.
Trees.
Oh yeah. 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 Those are castles. Holy moly.
Look how those are almost square. Some of those are square inside.
Yep. I'll bet you could go right inside a lot of them too. Like, some of that doesn't even look like it's been completely collapsed. There might be things. Yeah. Over in Iran, something like this, they usually have a story for who built it and what happened to it. Over here, they want us to believe nature did this. It's a force of nature we're not familiar with, I'll say that.